Hello guys and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today it is time for the last part of our series Houses in Vedic Astrology, and it is part for the Pisces. So I'll show you now where is the 12th house. This is the 12th house in Vedic Astrology in the North Indian chart. It is always here. This is always here, and in this case, if you have Libra ascendant, the 12th house will be ruled by Virgo. So let's start it. In Vedic astrology, 12th house is also known as Vraya Bhava, and it is related to Pisces because the Pisces are the original 12th zodiac sign, and the traits of the Pisces are similar with the traits of the 12th house. So now we're going to see what is the motto, the direction, and the type of this house. So first, the motto is like the Pisces: I escape. Direction is east. Karka is Saturn. Digbala, no planets finds Digbala here. Type, this is Moksha house, and this is the third Dushtana house. So this is difficult house according to Vedic astrology. The body that it rules is the same like Pisces, the feet. So this house is a very spiritual house, and this is the end of our life. This is the exit of our life. That's why it is considered to be difficult house together with the 6th and the 8th house. And and if you have planets here, they can cause a lot of they can cause problems. Yes. So the main traits. What is the main signification? The first thing, this is the house of loss, the house of expenditure, the house of everything that is far away, that is distant. So foreign lands, isolated places, every ashrams, monastery, places that are dark, that are that are not very pleasant. For example, hospitals, prisons. Of course, dark places can be the bars and the clubs too. So this is the house of bars and clubs too. This is the house of spirituality. This is the house of endings. This is the house of the other dimensions. Some astrologer says that the 12th house shows what will be your other life, or what will be your life after your death, or next reincarnation. Some astrologer says that. This is Moksha house, this is self-realization house, this is enlightenment house, the house of your enlightenment. So this is the house where you spiritually develop yourself. This is the house of behind the scene. Everything that is behind the scene is controlled or is ruled by the 12th house. This is the house of your bed and bed pleasure. So sex is related to this house too. This is the house of dreams, imaginations, different dimensions. So one of the best fantasy writers have many planets, or have strong 12th house, or have some kind of important planet in the 12th house. This is the house. Many astronauts have planets in the 12th house, because this is the other dimensions, and the cosmos and the space is the other dimension in some way. This is the house of your retirement, the end, as I told you. This is the house of big charity organization. This is the house where the house of forgiveness and letting go of the past, and heal the past, heal your unconsciousness, heal your soul. But this is the house where you lose what you keep you down. That's why the lost and the losing something, it doesn't mean that it's bad. This is the house of drug addiction, addictions too. And so there can be a loss of addiction. There can be a loss of pain. So it's not only the negative side of the house. Of course, this is the house that are this is the house of the things that are not real. So creating different dimensions, creating different worlds, escaping from the reality in order to create something in your mind. This is the house. So summary: this is the house of expenditure, spirituality, was behind the scene things, sex, retirement, endings, different dimension, dreams, imagination, letting go, forgiveness, salvation, enlightenment. This is 12th house. So now we're going to check what will happen if one planet goes to the 12th house and what will be the effect of in your life, for example. Of course, you have to know your own chart. Don't forget about that. We have time. Okay, so if you have Sun in the 12th house, this means that there can be loss around the father. Father may be living in another country, or he may be in a prison, but there will be some kind of issue that is, or many secrets around the father, or he can have he may be alcoholic or drug addicted person, if it's in a bad sign. If it's in a good sign, this can mean a father who is more spiritual, or a father who is more more isolated, or depending on the sign, to be honest. But if it's not good sign, this means was around the father. Moon in 12th house can give great imagination, can give emotional world, deep emotional world, and there will be one danger that you can start living only in this imaginative world. So be careful. If you have moon there, maybe there can be problems with your mother, loss around the mother or female in your family. If you have Mercury, you can become a great author, a writer, movie maker, a singer, but singing about different dimensions, writing about, for example, Harry Potter, or writing about The Lord of the Rings, books like this, and making movies like this, fantasy movies. Mercury here can make you a great fantasy writer. Venus is very spiritual planet. I don't know whether you know, but Venus is the only planet in Vedic astrology that can bring someone from death and give him another life. But this will be in the next series, planets, the series of the planets. That's why Venus feels okay in the 12th house, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. Pisces is the original 12th zodiac sign. So here Venus feels nice. It can give you very vivid dreams. It can give you wealth too, but be careful, because if it's not very good place, it can mean was around love, was around wealth and money too. A lot of expenditure. You can give a lot of money for example, plastic surgeries or buying jewelry. Be careful. If you have Mars, if it's not good, if it's not well placed, can bring aggression, insight, self-aggression. You have to be a lot of sexual desire, plus Venus and Mars can give a lot of sexual desires and can make you a very good lover too. But Mars in the 12th house, it's not a good position most of the time, because you can harm yourself, and you will need to forgive and letting go of a lot of psychological issues here. If you have Saturn is the carcass, so Saturn can make you can delay. Can make you very strict regarding your expenditures, regarding your way of expend money. So this is a good side of Saturn. This can bring a lot of sex issues. Saturn can bring problems with the self and subconscious mind. Jupiter can make you very generous, can make you part of big charity organization that help the world and heal the world. Jupiter here can make you can make you travel a lot, go to ashrams, live in monasteries, or you'll be interested in religion, spirituality, philosophy, and you travel the world to visit monasteries, and you always want to travel to spiritual places. Rahu here, Rahu here can bring, for sure you need to travel a lot, and you need to escape from the real life and travel, meet different cultures. Be careful with the addictions, with drug addiction, with sex addiction too, because Rahu can make you sex addicted. Ketu here will make you very spiritual. The Ketu is the Moksha Karka. This is the planet of detachment. This is the planet of spirituality. This is the planet of the ending. This is the Ketu is the end. Ketu is detachment of the material world. This is the planet of enlightenment. In the house of enlightenment, makes you very spiritual, makes you even monk, nun, makes you a person who live in the ashrams, for example. But you need to go out of the ashrams and meet the reality, meet the material world, and this will be your mission. You have, in your previous life, you had your own spirituality, you were isolated, and now you need to meet the world and see the world and get in contact with the material world. Problems, conflicts, everything, work, everything. So Neptune can make you, if you have Neptune in 12th house, you have to be careful with alcohol and drugs. Problems with the subconscious mind. Pluto can bring change of personality. Many times you will need to die and reborn again. Okay, if you have Uranus here, this means good in IT technology, good in astronomy. You need to change your inner world very often. Sudden expenses, sudden loss in your life. So Uranus here brings a lot of different things. You can become very good and very famous astronaut with Rahu too. And for example, Rahu in Aquarius or Pisces in the 12th house can make you, mainly Aquarius, can make you a person who is working in technology for the future, or some kind futuristic technology, or IT technology, or astronomical technology. Why not? Okay, so we don't have time, 16 minutes or less, I don't know. So this was the 12th house, and the game now is, if the 12th house Lord is in the 4th house, what does it mean? You can pause the video now and write your suggestion now. Okay, so if the 12th Lord is, there is a fly, come on, or mosquito, I don't know. If the 12th Lord is in the 4th house, this can bring a lot of expenditures around the home, around the mother, or even loss in your family. Or many foreign cultures, foreign distant cultures or people can come to your home, which is something nice, I think. If the 12th Lord is in the 2nd or 11th house, this can bring problems, loss, expenditure, and you will not be able to save and earn money. For example, save money in the 12th house, or earn money in the 11th house, or you can have loss expenditure in around your friends, your social networks. You have to be careful. Of course, this can have a good side. You can make a lot of, you can have spiritual friends. When I have some advice. The bad houses 6, 8 and 12, they always, when you have transiting planets in the 6, 8 and 12, they have bad sides, but they have good side. The good side is spiritual. For example, of the 8 and 12, it is psychology, occult, mysticism of the 8 and spirituality of the 12th. When there are important planets transiting for your chart in this house, please, you have to start paying attention or so the battery is down. Okay, so if there are planets transiting in the bad houses 6, 8 and 12, you have to pay attention to the good sides of this house. 12th house is spirituality, 8th house is occult, astrology, mysticism, healing the inner world, the psychological issues, and the 6th house is working hard, following ethics and morals in the work, and putting effort and not making conflicts. So when the important planets is transiting these houses, please pay attention to the good sides of these houses in order to neutralize the bad sides. For example, because we are one family, I'll give you an example with me. I know that Rahu and Ketu are transiting this year in my 12th and 6th house. That's why I decided to start making YouTube videos about astrology, about spirituality, in order to neutralize the negative side of the 6th and 12th house and promote in some way the good side, the blessings of the 6th house, because the 6th house is the background of achievement of your goals, and 12th house is foreign lands and spirituality. So when I pay attention to the good sides, I will neutralize the bad sides. I hope you understand what I mean. If you didn't understand, write me and I will explain again. But when you neutralize the negative, you neutralize the negative sides of the houses, of the Dushtana houses, when you pay attention to the good sides of these houses. Okay? I hope you understood. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope I'm useful and the information I'm giving is useful. Now we're putting the background of the Vedic astrology, then we start with spirituality, then we're going to many discussions and different things. Thank you for watching and see you soon.